Hey everyone, yeah, I got about 14 minutes or so left to do this. But I thought I'd ask a question that I'm sure a lot of fans would probably have. And that question being, excuse me, that question being, will the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book go beyond 300 issues? Let me explain. Now, we all know that with the what is the word I'm looking for? We all know that with the path, straight path right now that Archie Comics has got Sonic going on, as well as Sonic Universe, and mostly the path that Ian Flynn has it going on, with this whole Shattered Worlds Crisis story arc, which is a loose adaptation of Unleashed, Lost World, and so on. A lot of people will probably ask this question of how long the comic book is going to last. Now, like I said, with the way things are going and the path that it looks like Ian has set forth for the Shadow World Crisis arc, it looks more like the fact that the Shattered Worlds Crisis arc is probably going to conclude by 300. Hear me out. Now, the way it looks like to me, is, 275 is going to be part of Worlds Unite. I mean, 274 is part 6 in Worlds Unite. I mean, we already have part 5 being previewed. We have part 6, which will be Boom, and part 7, which will be 274. Now, part 8 is Mega Man. Part 9 is Universe. Part 10 is Boom. Part 12 is 275. So we know the 12th part, not part 12, but hold on. Okay, part 11, I should say. Part 11 is 275. That's what I was saying. So we know part 11 of Worlds Unite is 275. And after that, we kind of get back to normal with things. Now, if you're Ian Flynn, or any kind of comic book writer, after you do a crossover or some kind of special event, and then you want to continue basically where you left off in one of the comics that you involved in such an event, you're not going to want to rush things and hurry things up and end things quickly so that way you can move on to something else. No, you're going to want to make sure to take your time with this. And the way they're promoting it, to the point that the Silver arc, that's right, Silver the Hedgehog gets a story arc in Sonic Universe after the Worlds Unite. Excuse me there. You know good and well that basically, like I said, and they're gonna want to take their time. So this is basically confirmed to me, in my opinion, unless I'm wrong, this is confirmed to me that basically, in my opinion, folks, that the Shattered Worlds Crisis is going, the Shattered Worlds Crisis story arc in Sonic the Hedgehog, as well as the spin-off Sonic Universe, is going to basically last in the main comic till the 300th issue. Now the question is going to be, after the 300th issue, will the comic continue on? Because basically now you've basically had the characters repair the world, save the world, What else do you have planned for them? And this has been a question that any comic book has had after it's reached its 100th issue or 200th issue or 300th issue of any kind. This has always been a question. And I look at it like this. We will basically have, starting with 276, 24 issues, 2 years exact, till we know that answer. So basically we will have 2 years from essentially what is it going to be? Trying to think. 2 years essentially from August of 2015 to August of 2017, or around that time frame, August or September of 2017, we will basically have an answer of whether or not the comic's going to continue on. The way the sales numbers go for the Sonic comic book right now, one would suggest yes, it's going to continue on. It's going to, continue running without a shadow of a doubt. But the question always is, what do you have planned? What else can you do? And I'm sure that with the Sonic movie coming out probably within the same time frame, they're gonna want to keep the comic going. But the question is, where do you go from here? What other stories do you incorporate? What do you do? And to me, and I think to any other fans, this is an opportunity, because I'm sure right now Ian Flynn is planning for that is trying to at least get organized in his head, and this is why I think they want to put things like Mega Man on hiatus for a little bit, trying to figure out exactly how he's going to structure going into that 300th issue, which is basically why I believe the Shadow World Crisis is going to end, as far as the story arc is, and what a possible new story arc and such is going to begin afterwards. But the question is, where do you go from here? Now, after issue 200, we pretty much had an idea that we were going in the Iron Dominion arc for about a year. But what do they do after 300? What are they going to focus on next? Who are they going to focus on next? See, these are questions a lot of people want answers to, or at least trying to speculate and get answers on. But my overall question, and I think anybody else can ask this, is, will the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog comic book, the main comic book, last beyond 300 issues? That's the question. Will it? Well, we pretty much can confirm, in my opinion, the Shattered World Crisis, like I said, it's going to end, the story arc for that's going to end around 300, if not in 300, but what happens afterwards? Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like on it, and I got to get ready to go to work, and I'll talk to y'all later.